The day, this is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice, I will rejoice, and be glad in it, and be glad in it. Oh, ooh. See, Abdul, my greatest supporter. You're already waiting. Look at all your comments already. Wow, wow, wow. You never fail to amaze me, Abdul, in your young age. Well done, well done, well done. Love you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Another Sunday, another refreshed week that we've had. We went away briefly and just came back yesterday night. That's why I wasn't on my live stream on Friday. You know, sometimes it's just good to take a break, even if it's one night, 2 nights, 3 nights somewhere else. Because my work gave us extra day on Thursday, so I haven't worked since Thursday. And I'm not working tomorrow because tomorrow is bank holiday here in the UK. So it's a very relaxing time, really relaxing weekend. So because tomorrow is bank holiday here, there are a few health topics I want to bring out. So I'm going to come live with my phone. It's not going to be planned tomorrow. Anytime I can fit it in tomorrow, I'll come live for about an hour just to share the health things I have in mind, because mommy is so beautiful. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you for always complimenting me. You know, when I see young people like yourself gingering me on, I can't disappoint. Yeah, I can't disappoint. I have to keep keeping up. I'm starting university as teaching doctor. Okay, okay, well done, well done. I think what does teaching doctor mean though? In your young age, what does that mean when you say teaching doctor? Okay, studying to be okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Studying. Okay, that sounds more like kid than teaching doctor. I'm like, oh, okay, studying. You know, you want to read medicine, right? You want to read medicine. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm sure you will do it well because you have that human. Because for people to do some of these courses, you really have to be called. Okay, I have not caught up with that yet. Okay, okay, I will have a look. I'll have a look. Yeah. Okay, well done, well done. Yeah, today we just want to talk about certain issues in the families and things happening in social media and some of the things people have shared with me. So it's not going to be centered around anyone or any particular incident, because things happen all the time. A lot of things happen all the time on social media. I cried for him in my video. Okay. Okay, you know, some of these people, I don't even know. But when I'll watch your video after this live stream. I'll catch up with your videos after this live stream to see what you are talking about, the person. Okay, we're going to wait for few more people to join us, and then we can um so we can start. Hopefully we won't waste too much time today, but that's how I talk. I'll say we won't waste too much time, and then yeah, social media affects us so much. It does, but we don't have to allow them to affect us so much, honestly. Yeah, we don't have to allow it to affect us so much, because honestly, yeah, because Oh, I'm talking to myself there. Mm, yeah, we have to guard our minds. I did a video that will be coming up later about our peace, maintaining our peace. That video is coming up shortly soon to share on your YouTube post. Yes, I have shared on my two channels. So hopefully, I mean, there are 5 people up there. But they're not saying hello. Can you say hello? And if you're out there, can you also give a thumb up to this live stream? I will appreciate that so much. Yeah, you can't wait to see it. Yeah. I was sitting, in fact, I did it this afternoon, dressed like this, sitting in a serene environment. I found a place just 2 minutes round the corner from our house where you can just see there are benches there, you can just sit and you can just see the environment. So good. Yeah, it will be coming. I even did a shot. Maybe that shot will come up before the video, but yeah, but the video will come up this week. We are entering. There are Okay, probably that's what they are, but they're not giving thumb up. Okay, when you will upload it, maybe Tuesday or so. In 2 days' time, I will upload it. I have a few outstanding videos to upload. So yeah, so I'll catch up your video about that, Jude. I think your last video I watched was about 5 cancers, where you talked about 5 most common cancers or something like that, and I watched and I gave you a thumb up. But this Jude one, I don't know when you uploaded that. I've not been active because we just came back not yesterday after a brief break, so I have not really caught up with social media since. We came back, but I watched the one you talked about 5 most common cancers or something like that. Yeah, I saw that one and I watched it too. Yeah. You uploaded it yesterday. Okay, no, I have not been able to see anything since yesterday. So, I mean, I have, as I say, off tomorrow. In UK, we are off tomorrow. There's no work tomorrow. So I'll maybe be able to catch up and give people thumb up as I normally do. And yeah, so how are you and your family, Abdul? Those in the background, if you can give a thumb up and if you want to say hello, that would be great. I know sometimes, I do sometimes in people's live stream, I'll just once I come in, I don't fail to give thumb up, even on the videos. As I said before, the only way I know which videos I've watched on people's channel is if I see the thumb up showing. If it's not showing, then I know I have not watched it because I don't miss that. But unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers don't do that. I don't know why. Maybe they forget. But it's okay. At the end of the day, we just do what is right. Yeah, they are good. Okay, your family are good. That's good. Fantastic. Once we have our family, they are good and well, and we have peace in our home because peace is very important. I can't wait for that video. It's not a long video, but I just use some quotes, some Bible quotes to guide us. The importance of peace. Yes, God is good. That is good. Thank you very much. He's very good. We thank God for the peace that He's given to us. There's nothing that passes peace. Yeah. Okay. While we're waiting for others to join, what's that song I want to sing? I am a new creation, no more in condemnation. Here in the grace of God I stand. Yes, yes, we thank God. Yes. I am a new creation, no more in condemnation. Here in the Lord grace of God I stand, and I will praise you, Lord. Yes, I will praise you, Lord. Oh, yeah, I will sing of all you have done. No more in condemnation. My spirit just keeps on growing. My joy just keeps on growing. Here in the grace of God I stand. If I see your videos later, no, not at all. You're starting your studies tomorrow, so that's no problem at all. No problem at all. You have been very supportive. You've been very committed, and your what do you call it? Your comments. You take your time to write a long comment, and no problem at all. Thank you for your support and everything. Yeah. Where is that my song? Right, I've got my little book where I normally put songs that I like. Let me see. Oh Lord God, thou hast made heavens and the earth by thy great power. Our Lord God, thou hast made the heavens and the earth by thy outstretched hand. Yeah, I have not seen that. As I say, this week I've been away, so I'll have a look. Nothing is too difficult for thee. Nothing is too difficult for thee. Oh, great and mighty God, great in power and mighty indeed. Nothing, absolutely nothing is too difficult for thee. Oh, nothing, absolutely nothing is too difficult for thee. You can never change. You can never change. You can never change. Jesus the same forever. You can never change. You can never change. You can never change. Jesus the same forever. What the Lord has done for me, I cannot tell it all. What the Lord has done for me, I cannot tell it all. You sing this song. Me, I'm the one that sang it. I'm not realizing who sang this song. I don't know. I'm the one singing it. That's all I know. I don't know who sang it. Oh my God. What the Lord has done for me, I cannot tell it all. What the Lord has done for me, I cannot tell it all. What the Lord has done for me, I cannot tell it all. He washed me and saved me in His blood. So I shall sing hallelujah. I shall dance hallelujah. I will dance, praise the Lord. So I shall sing hallelujah. I shall shout hallelujah. I will shout, praise the Lord. Oh, Kathy is in the building. Kathy is in the building. Kathy knows what what the Lord has done for us. I'm sure God has done something for her as well in her family and herself. And Abdul, I'm sure God, I know you are Muslim, Allah, and I love the way you mingle with people. You don't care whether Muslim or no Muslim. I take everybody as human beings. So Allah or God, I'm sure he has done something for you in your family as well. So yes, keep joining, guys. Keep joining. Kathy, I'm sure you have every cause to glorify God with you and your family today. How are you? How is Luna? How is your husband? How is everything? I was watching your last video where you were talking about your bag business, how somebody asked for one and they say they don't like that color, they want that one, and you're asking people if they can watch. And I saw your husband in the kitchen making something for Luna because she does not like swallow. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Where husband and wife are working together. It's not a case of it's your job to be in the kitchen. It's your job to look after the child. It's your job. Nothing like jobs. Marriage is 100-100. There's no 50-50 in my own marriage. Over the last 40-something years, my marriage is 100-100. I've never understood what 50-50 means. Was it not last week I was saying that I was talking about 50-50, and that it was like, what does that mean? So everybody just walks in and, do things just to support the family, for everybody to have peace, peace. Oh my goodness. You may not have enough money, you may not have things, but when you have peace in your home, in your marriage, in your workplace, with yourself, peace with yourself, because some people don't even have peace with themselves, never mind transporting it to others. Peace. 100, yes, 100%. Yes, you will continue. You will continue like that because it's not, I don't think, Ebu Nigeria Mama is in the building. You're welcome, my dear. We're talking about peace. No matter the situation, no matter the circumstance we find ourselves. Sometimes people see me, I'm always smiling, I'm always laughing, I'm always, making, things seem lighter. When I speak to my clients, sometimes at the end of the phone, they will say to me, and it makes me so happy, they will say to me, oh, I'm so glad I spoke with you today. Oh, I'm so glad that you've made me feel better. I was very upset. I was very worried before I came on the phone, but at the end of this call, I feel better. Do you know how that makes me feel? It makes me feel fulfilled that somebody spoke to me, and at the end of it, they feel better. Oh my goodness, it's worth more than any amount of money. And it makes me to enjoy what I do because my job is to speak to people. And those people that they refer to me are people who are anxious, people who are worried about their job. Am I going to keep my job? Am I going to do this? My illness, will it affect my job? And when I make it easier for them, half of their problem is solved. In fact, there's another video coming up that talked about legacy. What legacy are we? Let me not spill that video until it comes, because people think that, oh, what did you leave for us? What did our parents leave for us? All they are talking about is material things. What? Material things are not. It's not what I'm talking about. In that my video, I talked about legacy. That video is coming up soon as well. Because I sat down and I've thought about things going on in the world around social media, and I can see that people are missing the point. But before I continue, let us not miss the way this my Sunday live stream goes, which is starting. I've sung some song. I'm going to sing one more, but let me pray. Father, I thank you. I worship your name and glorify you. Thank you for another Sunday. Sometimes it just rolls by. Before you know it, it's another Sunday. I can't believe that it's 1 week ago that we met up here, and chatted about various things. Today we are back, Lord. Thank you so much for making it possible for each and every one of us to be here and our family members. Yes, it does not mean that everything is going so well. In fact, there was something I was reading in one of our Bible guides, and it was saying that if we don't have the bad time, people are always praying not to have bad times, not to everything to always be good. Say that if everything is always good, then it's not even a normal life. We cannot appreciate life. We cannot appreciate God more. So things may go wrong. Things may not be 100%. It may not even be 50%. But that's, even if it's 10%, even if it's 20%, even if it's 30%, let us hold on to that and keep believing God that eventually it will pass 50%, it will go to 60 and above. We have to hold on to what we have before we can now ask for more. So, Father, I thank you. Let us be grateful. Let us stop the attitude of complaining all the time. Look at us. Last Sunday we are here, and this Sunday we are all here, all complete, present. And still, we have every cause to be complaining about things. Father, have mercy. We are human beings. These things happen. Sometimes it's only the bad things that we complain about. The good ones you do for us, we tend to forgive them quite quickly. Forgive us, Lord. Be with us as we are going to discuss this afternoon. There are some points, some things that have happened over the week. Some people have messaged me regarding both what is happening on social media and what is happening in their own lives or in the lives of people they know, and they want me to bring it up. So it's going to be a neutral discussion without pointing finger to anyone, without using anybody as an example, because what we see on social media, trust me, is happening a lot in other people's families, but they have not brought it out because they choose not to. So, Father, I thank you and pray that we have an open mind as we discuss this afternoon or this evening, that we have an open mind, that we are going to benefit from what we are going to be discussing today, and that you help us not to be judgmental, but to be open and have listening ear and make excuses for people. Be with everyone present now, those who are going to join us, those who are going to replay the live stream, that everyone will be blessed with their family members, and that all we're going to discuss today will be blessed, will say what you want us to say and nothing else. Thank you for everything, Lord. For in Jesus' mighty name I've prayed. Amen. Amen. N'ime ọgbọ ọjọọ niile, o mewo ka okwu ya mịa mkpụrụ n'ime, o tinyewokwa abụ ụtọ n'ọnụ m taa, abụ otuto, haleluya. Ọ na-apụtawo m n'ala apịtị, o mewo ka m guzo n'elu oke nkume, o tinyewo abụ ụtọ n'ọnụ m taa, abụ otuto, haleluya. Ọ na-edu m nwayọ gafee ndagwurugwu, ọ na-enye m ọṅụ, ọ na-akasi m obi, m ga-abụku ya bụ n'ụtụtụ n'abalị, o kwesịrị otuto, haleluya. Ọ matawo nwanne hụrụ ya n'anya, ọ matawo ndị ji okwukwe na-efe ya, ọ matawo ndị nwere ezi nchegharị, o kwere ha udo, hallelujah. Whether you understand this or not, it's from Pati Obasi, our popular long-time singer in Nigeria. This is from Pati Obasi, one of the songs I just love to sing. Everyone at Mama is saying amen. Yeah, she knows I'm praising God. Even though she doesn't understand the language. Oh, Musisi is in the building this week. Musisi in the building. Because Musisi is here, the next song will be about Musisi's song before we now go into the discussion. Yeah, Musisi, welcome to Feuds. Yeah, thank you so much for your membership, continuing membership. Thank you so much, Musisi. Thank you for your support. Yes. I just want to know I have not missed anything when I was praying. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Musisi. Thank you for all you do. Mommy, I have to go sleep for university tomorrow. Sorry. No problem. I know that in Dubai, it's later in the day there. No problem. No problem at all. Abdul, thank you for being here. You were here before I even started. You are here before I even started. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, where is Musisi's song? So we can sing it before we start. I'm sure all of you here will know Musisi's song. When I say Musisi's song, oh my God. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jehovah, the man of war. His mercies endure forever and ever. Oh, praise His holy name. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jehovah, the man of war. His mercies endure forever and ever. Oh, praise His holy name. I challenge you to have attitude of gratefulness, attitude of cheerfulness, attitude of thanksgiving. I challenge you to have that because anybody, sometimes people see me, the way I laugh and the way I light up a place when I come in, people will think, oh my God. In fact, some of our friends, sometimes, one of them has said it openly in the past. Oh, my husband always says that he wishes that he's like, mention my husband's name. And your family is this, and your marriage. I'm like, I just laugh, because we make it work. We make it like that. Just like what I was saying to Kathy, and she said that she prayed that it continues. Of course, it will continue once you continue to put in the effort. You have to put in effort in everything you do. Some people put a lot of effort in their smile. Yes, so Ebo Niger. But smile. It could have been worse. I would have gone to bed last night and don't wake up today. Or I would have gone to bed last night, waking up today with one side of my body not working. People go to bed and wake up with stroke. People go to bed and wake up with one thing or the other and they're being rushed to hospital. But that I'm here jumping up and down. In fact, the other day in the church, we have a new couple, in a village here. All the people in that church, they're old people. I'm not old. They're old. Those people, they're old people. So there's a couple that came last Sunday, and I said to them, "Oh, good to see younger people here. Our people. I guess there's some. I've seen few black people here, foreigners here, but they choose to go to town center where they have all these Pentecostal. But we are born and bred Anglicans. We are children of God. We are born again Christians, but we are making it work because church does not take anybody to heaven. Yes. So church, you go, does not take you to heaven. So let's bear that in mind. For those of you who will be asking your children or asking people, I hope you went to church today. I hope you did this today. Please, church does not take anybody to heaven. If you're able to go to church, fantastic. Don't forsake the gathering of believers. But how many believers are in that church you're going to? Literally, how many believers are in that church? That's a story for another day. So the couple, I said to them, "Oh, good to see younger person here. Younger couple here." And honestly, I'm the old, you know how old I am, new people. I'm the youngest. So I said to them, you know what the couple said to me? I said to them, "Oh, welcome. It's good to see you, younger people here." And they looked at me, and the lady said, "I don't think you're older than we are." I said, "Seriously?" I said, "Okay." I didn't want to rub it in. I said, "Oh, really?" And I said, "And both of you, are you up to 50?" They said, "No." They're not up to 50. They said, "No." I said, so I said, "Let's not go there." Because I can't remember when I was 50. That's what I said to them. And they were taken aback. You see, your mindset, the way you carry yourself, the way you mingle Mingling with younger people like yourself, you people will know what is adding to me. People have no idea. Don't worry, my next Nigerian visit, I'm going to arrange and mingle with you people again. Annie is here. No, no, unfortunately, I will see her next one because the last time she was life of the party. Oh, let me not even go to that gathering. Some of you, she will not be there now, when I go the next time. But never mind, where she is the best she needs to be, where her other half is. So Annie Insights is Annie Austin now. You're very welcome. And I heard in your video, one of your videos, where your husband was telling you, oh, my child, something Odogu, Achalugo Odogu or something like that. Her husband was hyping her. Achalugo Odogu, CIS now. Annie is our wife. She go to speak Igbo, but in fact, anyhow now, when I see her now, so see Igbo kanga na Solia. Na Solia Igbo, she needs to understand Igbo. What I say that when I see her or when I chat with her, even on WhatsApp, na Igbo I go dey write. Let her. And she will not ask her husband to interpret because I know, although she understands a bit because she did her youth service in Igbo land. And you're very welcome. How is Austria? How is marriage life? Marriage life is sweet, especially this first time when you don't have your children with you. You said, is this marriage? Is this fun? You can't have enough of each other. Oh, don't let me start remembering those years. Oh my goodness. Just two of you. Enjoy yourselves now. Married. When you are newly married, just two of you. We sometimes we just sit and we remind each other. We talk about it and we laugh so much. How we were those years, just two of us, when we eventually got married, when our blood they hot. Not be now why don't they get old, but I still refuse to get old, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But this is the time. Honestly, enjoy. In fact, finish enjoyment. Just tell enjoyment. This one now, marriage. I went there and I said I do with this man. This is him. Finish each other. It's allowed. It's allowed. So you're very welcome. Oh my goodness. But there you go. Yes. So how is Austria? How is the weather there? I hope it's good. Yes. So enjoy well. No leave any stone unturned. No excuses now. There's no baby there and yet. So when baby start coming, you still have to make time. But now is the best. Honestly, before the first baby comes, you are like, what if it is now? So you just enjoy it. That I'm a bit older now does not mean I did not remember that first time. When we are just two of us, before we started having, no, we didn't waste time. We are not that kind of couple that you marry and we did not decide to do that anyway, but we did not even have chance. We waited in December. By February, I'm having signs of pregnancy. I'm like, oh, it was too quick. There was no time for it. But those little time that we had, even if it's few months ahead before the baby arrived, enjoy. Oh, Mina. Mina, you're welcome. Mina is here in the UK as well. Thank you. We are in summer, but I think it's cold though. Of course, when you leave Nigeria to come to these European countries or UK or wherever, even though they are well, I've told the story of when I came to the UK in the month of July. The month of July, Mina, you know how hot it can be. People were going topless. I was looking for jackets. To cover myself. That's how it is when you leave hot country and go to a different country like Europe, UK, whatever. Yes, your weather. People will be saying that it's hot, and you'll be like, which hot? You'll be like this, yes, or because you have to climatize. Yeah, so I understand. I fully understand because I was there when I came. July, and you're feeling cold. What is that? I came from a very hot country. All right. My body has to get used to the environment. And the smiles are being shared with everyone. Yes, Omina, how are you? I was just talking about general things, and then Annie came in. Annie just newly married. Well, yes, it's up to a year, but she was waiting to join her husband in Austria, and that happened recently. So I was just telling her how sweet marriage can be, especially when it's just two of you, and that she should just finish everything that needs to be finished. She knows what I mean. Don't leave any stone unturned. Eh? You have a certificate. There's no, no wahala. I am well. That's good. Hot or cold weather. Me, I'm always cold though. Really? Yeah. So yeah. So we thank God for that. We thank God for your marriage, and we thank God for everyone who's married. Because especially now, please pray for your marriages. So part of what we are going to be discussing now regarding sharing things on social media, please pray for your marriages. Please hold tightly to each other. All this nonsense of cheating, I don't even know what cheat. To me, cheating is like when instead of giving me 2 biscuits, you gave me only 1 biscuit and you took 3. Instead of giving me 2 and taking 2, that's you cheated me. But when it comes to marriage, what do you mean by cheating? There's nothing like cheating in marriage. It's infidelity. It's adultery. Let's call it what it is. Because this cheating is so cheap. It's so cheap. That's why people can mess around and people think it's okay. And people will tell you, oh, it's immense nature to cheat. What does cheating mean? In marriage, I don't understand what cheating means, unless your husband takes more food or takes more thing from the. I don't know how to describe cheating in marriage, because what that person, that your husband or even wife, because I heard that women do that as well. What that man or woman is doing is not what I call cheating. It's what the Bible calls adultery. And if before you get married, if you're messing around with men, you're fornicating. And then you see women coming to fight each other because one of them met each other at the boyfriend's house when none of them are married to that man. In the course of fornication, you are fighting. God have mercy on you. But when you are in marriage, you are not talking about my husband is cheating on me. It's so casual. And that's the word. I don't like it. I never use it because I don't understand what you mean by cheating. The Bible makes it clear. Unless you agree, when you are getting married, you agree with your spouse that there are going to be 3 people in this marriage and not 2 people. The Bible made it clear that marriage is for 2 of you. You say, I do. On that day, you did not say, we do. Unless you in your mind, you said, we do. Even if in your mind you said it, you didn't say it out. People who were witnesses, all they heard was, I do. And the other man say, I do. And that's 2 of you. The 2 have become one. You are now united in everything that is unitable. And now you're telling me that my husband is cheating on me, and because of that, I've got STI or STD. That should not be heard. I'm sorry, that is not something that we should hear on social media or anywhere for that matter. These things are something that you hear, you say, hey, don't let the next person hear you. So how are we going to sort this out? What are we going to do? Hey, please, there are things. Is it my age or what? Or have things just gone out of hand now that people can just say things or do things without even thinking and without anybody blinking eye? Enjoy now before the picking. Exactly. That's what I said to her before you came, Mina, before the first one comes. Because once the first one comes, even that's your husband, you've been all over each other since, they will start feeling like second property now, third party. Because the woman automatically is in our gene for us to nurse the child because you breastfeed. Because that's what we do. When my child I had here for the first time, when they asked me that question, are you going to breastfeed your baby? I'm like, Is there any other alternative? I know we have baby milk and stuff like that, but that's automatic thing, isn't it? In my head, I was saying, but I now remember that I'm now in a different country where you can choose these things. And also, when I had my first son obviously was a baby when we came. The second son I had here in the UK towards the late 80s, and they were asking me after having him today, we are going home the next day, and I was innocently asking them, so when will my son be circumcised? And I'm like, I think I've told this story before, and they're like, circumcised? Is there anything wrong with him? Hey, that was my first shock because I had him a year. We came in 87. I had him a year. I'm like, they said to me, is there anything wrong with him? I said to myself, I don't jam. I don't, where am I? I don't jam. Oh, why are they asking me what is wrong with him? And I said, my innocent self again said to them, well, where I come from, on the 8th day or after a few days of having the baby, they're circumcised. Oh, they said, they just laughed and said, no, we don't do it here. And you will see now, I had three of them because the first one obviously was born in Nigeria and circumcised. And then the last three, and God was just giving me these boys. So I have to think about circumcision. So I have to find out from other people, what do I do? I had to find out from the surgeon in the hospital, how do I do this? Oh, no, it's not something we do. You have to go and find out. So I had to find out. So the first one was actually a surgeon that did it, but it was a private practice. We paid, I don't know how much we paid. That was then in Scotland. And then the last two, people told us about Jewish people doing it or something. Then that's how we did it. Anyway, so when you come to different place and you get different environment and you have to understand what is going on, that's why I wasn't very happy with one YouTuber who made a video. And this is a YouTuber I love. I love her so much. She makes me laugh and I love watching her. And that thing has not made me not to love her. You know, when I love people, I love them. It doesn't matter what they do because we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. There are things I will do or say that people won't like, but unfortunately, people will not tell you that they don't like it, which I'm not happy about. I'd rather that people tell me what they don't like about me. I have my faults. Tell me. I love people to tell me. And if I have opportunity, I tell people what I think about them, what I don't like. Anyway, I'm just digressing a bit, but we're still in the same topic we're talking about today. So this YouTuber came from Nigeria, one of these Jakmedians, Jakmedians to the UK, and she even had the mind to talk that she was grinding using her blender early in the morning. I was trying to listen to what time this blending was, thinking that she may say 7 o'clock, even to me, because most morning by 7 o'clock I'm still in bed. Because obviously, for obvious reasons, I don't have babies that I have to wake up. When mine were babies, I can't be in bed by 7, obviously. But she has young children, so she was blending very 4. She said it was 4:15 or something. I'm like, 4 guinea. You're blending, and your neighbor provoked and came to knock on the door, and you took it out. That is the other way around. That is being racist. Oh, come on. Let us not use this racism and all that nonsense for things like that. Mina, mind yourself. Oh. I don't know who the person is, but it's somebody I love so much. I love her because there was one of her videos where somebody commented, and the person said, I really like you, but try and take care of your presentation, the way you dress and the way you look. Try and present yourself better, and this and that. I thought she would provoke. I thought she would go for the person. She was like, thank you. I can't change who I am or something like that. She just gave him very positive comments for that person. When you dare your leg, who told you? You watched it. You know, those of us in the abroad, well, even people in Nigeria, come on, you should know that it can't be. Maybe you do these things at home and it doesn't matter. Because when we visit Nigeria, when I'm even trying to turn and have my normal second level of sleep. I can hear people outside making noise, and I look at my phone or my watch, and it's only 5:30 or 5 something, and they are making noise everywhere as if it's business as usual. I'm like, eh? You can hear everything is like normal. So back home, maybe that is normal because only the noise of generator in some places will make you go gaga. So grinding using your blender at that time of the morning is nothing, because at that time some people are even awake by 3 a.m. They told me that by 3 a.m. but some people are already on the way going to their business, and these are people who did not sleep until 1 a.m. or 12 midnight. But by 3 a.m., 4 a.m., most of them are already awake with only 2, 3, 4 hours sleep, which is not good. I know my lane. Yes, so so as I said, when that person made that comment on one of her videos, the way she replied made me to love this girl even more. I still watch her. I love her. I love her with her 2 children. But that particular video, because I don't comment on people's videos anymore. I watch all your videos, but I don't comment. I make sure I give thumb up. Um, so because I don't do that anymore, I thought, no, I'm not going to even say anything. But other people gave her a piece of their mind. They're like, not everything is not about racism. What is it? What is the business doing grinding at 4 a.m. in the morning? What is that? People even now say it's 4 a.m. because he said it's 4:25 or something, but people say it's 4 a.m. Whether that 25 or whatever, we don't want to know. You are grinding at 4 a.m. And the man came and knocked on, rightly so. He was very angry. He went bang, 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 bang. Yes, I would be the same. I would be mortified if, but I don't live in that kind of place where if I'm grinding here by 12 midnight, 1 a.m., nobody will hear because I'm in a detached place, in a detached bungalow. So nobody, even my next door, will not know what I'm doing. But I remember years ago when we were in Scotland, raising up our children, we lived in flats. And I remember vividly, we live on the 3rd floor, and it's a building with 6 levels. We live on the 3rd floor. So that means that people are living behind us and people are living above us. And we bought the flat. We bought it. It's not rented. But this man, every time my husband is coming home from there, he was doing his master's. Each time he's coming back from work or from uni, the man will wait for him on the door and complain that our sons, remember I have sons, and they, yes, they're allowed to go out and play. Those days, going out to play is not a problem, provided I can see them. I'm not letting them out of my sight because from the flat, there's balcony, I can see them. There's a playground, so I can leave them to go and I will watch them. But most of the time, they're indoors. They can't be outdoors all the time, and they're quite young, and they're boys. They jump up and down, and the man will be waiting on the door, waiting for my husband to come back to complain about these children. Do I go and start saying, well, you should understand they are children and they are boys for that matter. You should not be doing this. You are being a racist because we are black people. That's why. No, because they are making noise. And these people, they don't like noise. Even as I'm talking now, if they're beside me, they'll be like, why are you shouting? Or even will be saying, why are you shouting? Why can't you talk quietly? No, I'm not always like this, but I'm just talking like this today because, when I'm on live stream like this, I just make it fun. So, what did we do? After this complaint upon complaint, because we could, we did what we did. I'm about to tell you now because we could. If we could not, then it would have been tough. It would have been a case of telling our boys, keep it quiet. That man down there is complaining. So, sons, don't do this, please. You're trying to manage them as much as you can, but children. So, what did we do? This complaint got so bad that we started thinking about the next move. What are we going to do? What do? We put the flat on sale. And because of the location, it went so quick. We moved to a different accommodation, which is a house on its own. It's a semi-detached, so we have somebody beside us, but yeah, we have to do that because we could. Not everybody can just because you are making noise, you go. But that was because they were making noise, but not because I was grinding. I can't, God forbid, I would be grinding at that time. I love my sleep anyway. Even when my children are young, I'm not getting up for 4 a.m. for anyone. For what now? Even 5 a.m. for what? You know, thank God their school here, they don't start school until 8 something or something. So even 6 a.m. might be the earliest, if I remember when they were growing up to wake up. I try to cry. I love my bed. I love my sleep. I try to do as much as I can in the evening. So in the morning, I sleep as much as I can before I get up. So anyway, so this my lovely lady was set up her live ring light to make a video to complain about this man. I'm like, don't even do a video about this. The video I expect you to do is to apologize to the man for what you did and to say to yourself, I'm not going to ever grind again by 4 in the morning, not to come and even use the word because you are, no. I hate it when people say, I've lived in this country more than I've lived in Nigeria. And I don't believe it's there. Don't get me wrong, racism and stuff like that is there. And it's everywhere. Just like in Nigeria, you go there, you're not an Igbo person. Oh, you're not Igbo, you're Yoruba, you're outside, you're this. But it's everywhere. So it doesn't bother me. Once it's not affecting anything like my job, my children, when they were growing up and stuff like that, it's there. But I can't go and do what I'm not supposed to do, and then I'll claim because it's this. That one I said no to. So I watched that her video. I'm like, don't do it again. Slap on your wrist. Never mind doing a video. But yeah, she's a lovely lady. I love her so much, and yeah, I hope that the comment people made there, she'll get it. And I'll be very surprised if she sets up her blender again at that time of the morning. It was a ridiculous time to start blending. What are you even blending? Let me even ask, for breakfast or is it for lunch? Why are you blending at 4 a.m.? What? Are you making akara? Maybe she wants to make akara. Yum. But we have to be careful. Don't step on each other's toes. What people will do, maybe if our neighbors are grinding at 4, maybe she may not mind because she's from Nigeria and she's used to generators, she's used to people doing these things at that time of the morning. But no, we are in the UK now. You don't do that. We love our sleep. Weekends like this, sometimes I'm in bed by 9 a.m. I'm still in bed. I might be awake, but I'm in bed. I love my weekends. I love my long lives. I love my bed so much. What am I getting up? What am I getting up for if I don't have to? It would just be hard if I blend. Exactly. Who even does that? For breakfast, blending for breakfast. What kind of breakfast are you having? If you want to have akara, then not what to start blending for your akara by 7 a.m. or 8. By then, it's still time for breakfast. Whatever it was, she got it wrong, and I hope that she understood that she got it wrong. I would have commented there, but I said no. I can chat her up, but people have already said to her there, and I think that's enough, and I think she got it. If it's Nigeria, it's a manageable, nobody will even disturb her. But yeah, exactly. Like I'm saying, if it's Nigeria, nobody will care. If they can put up their generator by that time of the morning, what is a blender? Nobody will care. But when you go to a place, you learn how they behave, you learn things like that, and you just do things not to upset your neighbors. The last thing I hate is to upset my neighbors or people around me. I just want everybody to be in peace, have peace, because nobody knows. Things happen. Let's all just live at peace with each other. Yeah. So, right. Topic for today. I've already chipped in some things anyway. But I just want to start by saying that family issues are private and must remain private. But unfortunately, in today's world, a lot of people are turning the internet into like a therapy session or therapy coach. I don't know what I can call it to be, So what happens then when those problems come out on this internet? What happens? Go and see the views. You see, views are not views and subscribers are not what is going to help your family. It is what you do, what you say, what goes around you. Especially when we're married and then God blesses us with children, we have to be very careful. I have a video coming up about legacy. What are we leaving behind for these children? Why will you come on social media and be doing that nonsense? You know, as one that has been flying, over this number of days, as I say, yes, we can use it as an example, but there are others people have shared with me similar or even worse things that people have come out to share about their spouses. And it makes me wonder, it makes me sad. God help this generation with wisdom. No wisdom at all. Nobody can understand or advise each other or advise themselves. Everybody's just doing their own thing. Carry they go, they do, they work out, they go. It doesn't matter. It matters. What are we showing? What are we leaving for our children? Hey, my people, hold on, please. My phone is dying. Let me get a charger. Let me just take this off and get a charger. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Let me get a charger. I'm coming. Let me also pour my copper. You know, I'm used to drinking tea in the UK, even if it's summertime, I'm still drinking copper. Cheers. When I go to Nigeria, the same thing. You see people drinking very cold, chilled water. I'm like, oh my God. I still have my tea. And they all laugh at us, me and Daddy, that we are drinking tea in this hot weather. But I can't handle cold drink. And hot drink is better for us. We're not talking about health today. Let's get into what we're saying. Hold on. So, just like Mina said, wisdom. You don't buy wisdom from the market too. And if parents, that's what is concerning now, is that parents of this generation are doing this. So what is the future of their children, like my own grandchildren now? If parents are doing this, what's the future of their children? It is worrying. If it's not a concern for you, it's a concern for me. Because once something is online, you cannot take it back. You may decide to, like the one that was going on social media, went and deleted or privated all the videos. It does not remove the fact that people have run with it. With all those people have run with them, people have saved them, people are still using them as we speak. So even if you delete them, someone else already shared it, already used it, and still continue to use it. And you lose control of those stories. It's no longer your story. It now becomes a social media story. People will add one thing or the other. But after reflecting on what was going on and what she was sharing, initially I was upset. I'm like, why? What's going on? And then I now have to wear my health hat, and I'm thinking, mentally unstable? You don't know. And when I mean mentally unstable, doesn't mean that the person is mad or anything like that. No. We all including myself, can become mentally unstable, one or the other, because of what happened, the way we want to react, the way we've handled it. It can start affecting us mentally without us knowing it. But our people, anytime they hear mental something, oh, like, no, I'm not mad. No, we all have a bit of it, all of us. We all have a bit of it in us. All it needs is to be triggered. Her own was triggered. That's why when people are saying things and people are saying, yeah, why did she bring it out? Yeah, we have to do what we like. Yeah, but also pause and think, was she all there? Because nobody in their normal right senses will start saying or sharing some of the things. So why not make it? Because that's what my husband taught me over the years. Make excuses for people, even though you think they've got it wrong. How about you? Have you never gotten anything wrong? Has everything you've done in life perfect? Although there are things, obviously, you blink an eye. When I saw that initially, my mouth was open, honestly. I don't know this person before on YouTube. I don't know her before. But for some reason, because of the channel I have, it was being recommended to me. The first one was recommended, the second, and the third. And I'm like, okay, let's balance and watch this now. Why are they recommending it to me? Maybe it will help me in my channel to talk about things. And that's why I followed it up and I watched everything. And my heart bled. I was so unhappy. I think it's a mental issue. And me, I stopped watching because I was, yeah. That's what I'm saying. When I now, after being so angry, and I said to myself, I paused and I wore my health hat. I'm like, let's look at it differently. She needs help. People should stop saying because nobody in their right senses will come out. The husband that you married, the wife that you married, you will come out and be saying things that I heard. No, it's not normal. And when I mean normal, I'm not saying that she's mentally, you know what I mean, but she's not stable mentally because of maybe years of what has gone on, which she chose to keep. Maybe she chose to keep them, but now it's all exploded. That's the thing. And that is why in marriage, anything that is happening, nip it on the bud, as English people will say. Don't shove anything under the carpet and think, yeah, it's okay. He just cheated. It's okay. I forgive him. No. Stop all that your cheating word. It shouldn't be allowed in marriage. In a marriage where you went either court wedding or church wedding and said, I do, there's nothing like cheating. Committing infidelity, committing adultery with another woman, that's body to body. The Bible made it clear that every other sin that we sin is outside the body. But that sin of infidelity and adultery is within the body, and it carries more weight. It is serious, very serious. In fact, when I think about it, or sometimes when we sit down, myself and Daddy, and analyze some of the things, but sometimes if I share things here, I'll discuss it with him. It's like people don't take these things lightly, he said, but it's actually very serious because the Bible made it clear that every other sin, so even if you think there's another thing that somebody has done that is horrible, is outside the body. But that one is within the body. You are uniting. Oh God, I don't even know why people are taking this simple. You are uniting with somebody else in that fashion, and then your spouse will have the guts to set up camera and be telling us about the infection that you got and passed to her. Come on. No. But as I said, I'm not here to condemn her. Actually, I feel pity for her. I'm very sorry for her about what's going on. And I hope she's receiving therapy. As I say, it's not somebody I'm even connected with, or somebody I follow on social media. I would have given her some advice outside YouTube, because I think there's something not quite right that needs to be sorted. And that's why when I see people, using that video in a very bad way, it pains me, because you don't know where she was or where she is, even as we speak, mentally. So we have to temper justice with mercy, because we don't know. Let me read comments. Okay, something triggered it. Oh, is that what she said? Okay. Okay, let me read. Because you're grabbing a cup of tea. Yes, so Musisi, I just grabbed my kappa. Yes, so very important to us here in the UK. Our kappa, we don't joke with it. My husband will chase me. Okay, I read that one. My job, okay. God help this generation. Yeah, I've read that one. Shocking and shameful. Yeah, chasing views and cloud. Yeah, so sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. And her own is not peculiar to her because that's the one we see or hear, and because it's within our community. YouTube is very broad, maybe what happening in other parts of the world, but they're not sharing, the videos are not being recommended to us, so we don't even know what's going on. Maybe there's even worse going on. But it's very, very, I'm still shocked. And I'm still shocked that somebody can set up their business and come out and start saying things like that about their spouse. No matter how bad things are, remember what brought you together. That's why I always say to people, when people come to me, when I counsel people and they start saying this, I'll just be looking at them, myself and daddy. After looking at them and say, okay, I hear you. But remember, something brought you together. Can you go back to that? Can you think about that before you start thinking about what is happening now? And with what is happening now, after 5 years, 6 years, 10 years or more of marriage, when did it start? What is the root cause of the problem? Do we not ask these questions? What actually is the root cause of this problem? Is it suddenly after 10 years all this started? Suddenly after 5 years this started? I've told you people about somebody we know very well. After 41 years, that's when they divorced. Because, and I asked her question because we are very close, and she told me, she said, I have to be honest with you, this marriage failed 5 years into the marriage. So you stayed the remaining 36 years doing what in that marriage? Your guess is as good as mine. You all can guess what she said to me. That's why she stayed for the 36 years. And after 36 years, that thing that made her to stay are gone. All gone, married, moved on, doing their own things. It's just two of you at home, just like myself and daddy now. Just two of us. Even in this many years of marriage and everything, we still, it's like, yeah, are you okay? Yeah, did you call me? I was just on the phone, because just two of us. Unless our children, our adult children and grandchildren, unless they visit, and they'll visit and they'll welcome them, they will go, because that's how life should be. When you have our children, you are praying that they'll grow and they'll get married, or even if they decide not to get married, that they'll move on in life and be independent. That is the prayer of every parent, isn't it? And then two of you will now start where you stop. No, you will now start where you start again, where you started before you start having them. The only difference now being that time you started, just two of you, the energy and the way you are with each other, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's no longer the same now that they've gone and you are getting older. So you still have to try. You still have to try. There are other ways to show affection and do things together and still care for each other. But this, my friend told me that the marriage failed 5 years into the marriage. My people, and you stayed 36 years just managing, just patching. No. So that's why I always ask people when they come now and they're 5 years into marriage, they're 8 years into marriage, and they're having issues. And I said, what is the root cause of this problem? Did it start now? No. It's been like that. Even when we are cutting, and you thought it would be okay when you get married. You see where people get these things wrong. Because most people will not hide who they are, even in courtship. Even the first year of marriage, they will not hide who they are. And in that first year of marriage, you think maybe love, they shock you, you are just ignoring. And then first child comes, second one, third one, that's when there's problem. Because it gets too much for one person without the other person supporting, and other things that causes problem. If I tell you some of the things that cause problem in marriage, you'll be shocked. As I said before, I've said it before, that sometimes when people are talking to me about some of these things, I'll be looking at them and I'll start laughing. And they think I'm not taking them serious. They say, but mommy, why are you laughing? I said, I'm laughing because I've been there. And this is not what should be causing problem for you because of the way you're handling it, because of the way it's being dealt with. And if you don't take anything from this live stream today, please take the fact that when you're having issues with your spouse, either your wife or your husband must not use the word you. You always do this. You always do that. You don't talk to me like that. Don't. In fact, somebody told me, and that made me really fulfilled. Somebody told me, and the person is somebody I've known from this YouTube as well, told me that there's one thing that she always held on to in one of my videos before that I talked about using this word, you always do this. Instead of saying, you always put that plate there, you always leave the sink dirty. Why can't you use a different word? You are still giving the same message, but it's a milder, and the person will not. Once you say you, once you tell me you are always, I'm like, I have to be defensive. That's the next thing that will come is being defensive. But when you, instead of saying you always do this, why not say whatever you call yourselves? Myself and my husband, we call ourselves mine. Say, oh, mine, I don't really appreciate how this is kept here, or I don't really appreciate that this is always there. You have not told me that he's the one that is there, you, but the person will get it. And you start with I. You didn't say you. I don't appreciate, and in a slower voice. You know what lower voice can do in any relationship, not even just marriage, in any relationship, even when you meet people on the road, the way your voice, the way you say it, and even they say something to you in anger, the way you reply quietly will make the other person look like a fool. So don't say you always do that. You are this. You are. I don't even say I don't like. I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate that this is. We don't even say you putting that. I don't appreciate that this is always kept there after I have put it there. It is better to always for this to be there. I think now you're giving your opinion, and you are making such. You're not. It can only take a really mad person to react in a different way after you have used that kind of word and you have put it in that way. I've said it before, it's not what you say, but how you say it. It's not what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it. I remember last year when we went through a lot, somebody upset me so much because of the way they said something. I was so upset. I was so vulnerable psychologically at the time. You see, anybody at that time, a very small thing that I would have handled differently, I did not handle it the way I would have in my normal self, because at that time, I was not my normal self. Let us be real. Let us be truthful to each other. It's not always that no matter how calm you are, it's not always that you are in your smiling. People say you're always smiling there. Yes, but it's not all the time that you're in that smiling mood. Let us be real. But the way that person put that statement made me to be very upset. And because of how vulnerable I was emotionally at the time, the way I replied that person as well, it wasn't what I would have done normally. But I did, because I was so emotionally affected. And you're saying this to me at this time? So, you see what I mean? So we don't know where people are at different times. That's why we have to be careful how we talk to people. We also have to be careful how we respond. Let me read. Yes. You mentioned that something made her lose. Okay, because posterity will judge. Yeah. Went too far, especially if you profess to be a woman of God. Yeah, those that are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. Yes. Yes, exactly. That even made me think, why would she? Yeah, exactly. That's another thing, because when we say that we are something, or for instance, let me use myself as an example now. I'm here always telling you people how we should do this, how we should do that, how it's better to do this, how, wisdom, this and that. And you now see me doing otherwise. And you're like, hey, is that Mumi Fiti? But we don't expect this from her. Now, I'm not talking about because of my age. No, no, no. It's not that. Because there are people who are younger than me that I learn from. There are people who are older than me that have no sense. They have no wisdom. I won't say they have no sense. Everybody has sense. But they have no much wisdom, some of these people. But they're older. So it's not about age. It's about what is in you. What are you actually? Sometimes you don't even have to talk. Your behavior about this Christianity thing. You don't even have to tell people that you are a child of God. But the way you present yourself, the way you carry yourself speaks volume. People will now think, oh, there's something wrong with this person. There's something different in this person. And they want to know more just by your behavior. You don't have to say so much. So all this child of God, woman of God, and all that, it does not faze me. What you do is what I'm looking at. Because some of the pastors who are on the pulpit preaching, when you look at their lives, you will shudder. But they're there preaching because that's what they do. So I won't even go there. I won't even talk about her being a child of God or saying that she is. No, because again, it's neither here nor there. She did mention that she wants to satisfy her flesh and do no one should, and that no one should advise her. In one of her videos, wow. I also feel sorry for the man because she really brought him down. Yeah, yeah, and that is what we must not do. That is what we must not do. Our husbands, our spouses are our crown. No matter what, let us be mindful what we do. We're going to answer. Our husband should be our crown. Even if they're messing up, there's a way you can call them to order without yelling, without pointing fingers, without saying you, as I say, you always do this. No. Once you are having any issues with your spouse or even with anybody out there, please avoid the word you. Choose a different way of, oh, Anna Abaya, official in the building. Anna, you're welcome. What cannot be done can be undone now. Yeah, I know. Please don't make excuses for her because she's unrepentant. Okay, I'm not making excuses for her though, Mina. I'm saying that she may be in a different, even that she's unrepentant, Mina. It's still, I'm wearing my medical hat here now to talk about this. Even the fact that she's unrepentant, Mina, means that there's something not quite right. So I'm not making excuses for her. All I'm saying is that people should temper justice with mercy because this person may not be right. How can I make excuses for nonsense? Of course, you know I can't. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that this person may not be mentally stable. So if they're unrepentant, after all that is going on and the person is unrepentant, don't that tell you something? That there's something missing, there's something else going on, and they need support. They need to seek, therapy or something to help them. That's all I'm saying. How can I make excuses for this type of nonsense? Disgusting. It's disgusting. If people think that you're very welcome, Anna. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've not been on your live stream, but I always replay. Your short like that. By the time I have my long light to wake up, oh, she's done and she's gone. So I don't catch you on your live stream anymore, but I normally replay them. Yeah, so my dear, I can't make excuses for rubbish. I can't make excuses for rubbish. The thing still they vex me, even talking about it now. I like it. No, so okay. It made everyone, especially when you value yourself and you value your spouse and you value, you say you're a child of God, there are things we must not be quick to talk. That's one of the things we learn from the Bible. There are things we have to be measured in what we say. Not everything should come to social media. Not everything should come to social media. And there are things you don't say. For somebody, the two have become one. Actually, when you go out there, just like Daddy always say, that when you hear a man or a woman saying, "You stupid woman, you've gone there to disgrace yourself." No, she didn't go there to disgrace herself. She went there to disgrace us, because it's two of you. You are two. And whatever she did that day or in those videos, she actually disgraced herself more, to be quite honest, more than the husband. Yeah, that she thought she was coming out for people to. No. She actually. So, if you really believe in marriage, the way marriage should be, anything you do to your spouse, you're doing to yourself. That's why when I see all those people hitting and slapping and doing this to their wives, or I'm like, can anybody just start hitting themselves and punching themselves? Can you do it? No. So that means you don't even know what marriage is about. So for her to come out and do those things, and as I say, I don't really want to use her own only for this live stream, because it's the lesson learned. So what I'm bringing out today from that thing is the lesson learned, and the fact that I've heard other people have shared other things to me offline, and they are, if some of them are even worse. I'm telling you, I know that every people will say, "Oh, we've seen it all in this video. What else can be worse than what we just heard from this person?" Some of the ones I've heard, I'm like, are you real? Are you sure that this is not people telling me what's happened outside, it's within, so they know what they're saying. And some of them are worse than what we have heard here. So, my dear, we're not here to just analyze that one. No, I'm just, today is about, as the topic said, bringing out delicate family issues online, because online people are not your family. And not even your friends. Why you know that they're not your friends is that go and check your videos, your normal videos, where you are talking sense and everything. And then go and check videos when there's this kind of topic. Hey, views will be, if she did not private them by now, views will be up to 100, which she never, in one video, be up to 100K. Because one of them was going to 30 something K before she privated them. So people thrive in things like this. So when you are making sense and talking, something that benefit people in your channel, most people are not interested. But will it stop us from making such videos, from talking about things that will help family, marriage, society? No. Even if it's only 10 people that listen and it benefits them, that's fine. I say, somebody just told me that, that she does not forget what I say about saying you all the time, because that she has stopped doing that, but her own spouse is always saying that you doing this, and that really pains her so much. Each time a person is pointing an accusing finger and saying you, it is not what you say, but how you say it. So, marriage is between spouses and God, but we always ignore God, and absolutely, and hence the problem. We always want to take it in our own way and do it our own way and forget God, who actually brought us together, who actually is the author of marriage, who actually should be in the middle of that marriage and not social media. Have you reported this to God? Have you consistently prayed for your spouse, prayed for yourself, that God will give you that spirit of discernment? It's not before that person talks one, you talk 100. Like the person I was speaking with. She said, I have to be very honest with you, mommy. Each time he starts, I'm so upset. I can't hold myself. And I'll just say things to him that I shouldn't. I say, you see, at least the person is being honest. And I think this particular person also did the same. That sometimes that she'll just lose it. You see, where is God in all this? That's why all these God that are people talk about. You go to Nigeria, if you even come to here in UK, go to London, somewhere around London area. Every street there's a churches. Nigerian people using any empty house, they will take it. Church. What is that? Church is only a building. What are you actually doing? How are you living your lives? What are people seeing? Forget about the church you go to. Forget about every other thing. The life you live will speak. The life you live will speak. Some people might even come and tempt you by saying something or doing something. The way you react instead of responding is very important. If we can always think twice, and even when people upset us, sometimes it's not very easy. It needs a lot of wisdom and maturity to sometimes look at people. I do it a lot. Look at people, and I'll look at you for you to know that I actually acknowledge what you said or what you did, and I'll leave you. And it makes that person, if the person has conscience, it makes them to look so stupid, they will start looking for a way to amend with you. But you don't have time for nonsense because you know that he that is in you is greater than he that is in that person or that he that is in the world. Let your behavior speak for you. But for you to come out on social media and talk about delicate things that anybody will hear and they want to close their ears. Yes, we have to pray for wisdom. You cannot buy wisdom from the market. You cannot buy it because of your due to your age. No, there are younger people I've met and they're full of wisdom. The way they talk, sometimes I'm like, wow, they're full of wisdom. You don't buy it from the market. Ask God. Remember, Solomon was asked, what does he want? Wisdom. You can't go wrong with it. But some of us speak before we think. You come and start talking rubbish. Because I call it, honestly, everything there is rubbish. I don't care how people think, oh, she was provoked, but it's rubbish. But at the same time, wearing my medical hat on, I still have some sympathy with her because she may not fully, and if she's not remorseful, that also means that she's not even quite with it. What I want is what we learn from these things, what we gather from these things, not pointing at using fingers or calling her names, and the fact that people have used certain words for her husband because of what she said herself. You should be protective of each other. Husband must protect the wife, wife must protect your husband. You don't go there. There are things, even if outsiders hear it, you say to them, no, 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 it's not true. And you try to work and make it better. Let us not be quick to talk, honestly. Because what she did was she was so quick to talk. She did the first one probably and saw the number of views. People are interested in this. Oh yeah. And people are waiting when the second one will drop and the third one and so on. People were waiting. Because people thrive in negativity. Do you think that if you're enjoying your marriage or you're enjoying your life or your children are doing well or you're doing well in work, do you think it's everybody that is happy with you? Or you come to your so-called churches and you give your testimony, praise the Lord. I say hallelujah. Some of them will be like this. I'm telling you, in the church, is it all about her? Today she will tell us that this child has graduated. That one made first class. So what? So people don't really genuinely care. So why will you even come and be sharing the negative ones? They don't even care when you share the good ones, the positive things that's happening in your life. People don't care. People are not happy. When you share the positive things and you want them to join you to thank God, they don't care. So what made you think that they will care when you start sharing the negative one? Is that not stupidity? I mean, I don't, just make it make sense. Nobody cares. Social media are not your family. They don't care. At the end of the day, you still go back and pick the pieces. And as I said last Sunday, what pains me in some of these cases, if it's just two people, two adults, meaning just who they zuzu, if you know what zuzu means now, two adults, then I may not even have it will pain me. I'm like, well, but when there's children, it becomes a problem because these are going to be the next generation. A child or an adult, a young adult in school was being aggressive, doing this, shouting at people, especially ladies. They are just in high school. And they started raising concern. Why is this happening? You know, children these days, especially ones here. Well, my daddy told me that I shouldn't take nonsense from any woman. Don't you see how I am with your mom? This is a father telling the son. Now, what are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about? And this child went out there to open his mouth to say this, and that became an issue because social services don't play here. They have to visit the mom. They have to find out what is going on. And if you're not careful, their eyes will be on that family. There's a YouTuber, I watched her video recently in UK here, but she lives in Scotland. I don't know how many of you have watched her video where she was talking about what actually happened in her home. It's not I hear, she's talking, and she was very raw and very transparent and very honest to tell us. And I learned from that to be able to advise another person whose son went to school and talking down on girls. And when he was questioned, he said that it's the right thing to do because that's that his dad told him that ladies should not do this and should. And you went in UK. I'm not talking about if it's Nigeria, they will think, yeah, in UK, you open your mouth to say this, and this is what your father told you. That father was in trouble. So I now listen to this video from this lady in Scotland, say YouTuber. Don't know how many of you have seen that video where she actually opened up. And I'm like, wow. Thank you for being so transparent and honest, because these things can easily happen in any family. I raised my children in this UK. But when I raised my children in the 80s and 90s and the year 2000, that's when they're still a little bit younger. Now, it's not the same. When we raised them those years, it's not the same as what is happening now. Things have moved on. We didn't raise them up by beating them or doing all those things. No. But once you bring the cooking spoon, the wooden spoon you normally used to cook, once you bring it out, they'll all run and stuff like that. But you have other ways of instilling discipline on them. So how we raise them up and now is not the same. So this YouTuber, if you have not watched that video, I'll give you the name after. She said that her 15-year-old, I'm going to cut it short. Her 15-year-old son was she heard them talking, like having arguments in the middle of the night, about 1 a.m. or 12 midnight. And she was like, what's going on? I went there, said, oh, my sister took my charger, I'm here to take it and stuff like that. And then she was still talking to the son, and the son walked away. That video was uploaded 2 days ago. So, and the son walked away. And then as she was trying to follow him, he banged the door on her face. And if she didn't do that, that door would have banged on her face. And then as she now went in and she smacked him on the shoulder, I mean, that's what she told us. She did whatever. She touched him anyway. That's become a problem, my people. It became a problem. He went to school the next day. and reported he didn't come back. He was wondering where he was. His sister said that they don't know. On the next thing, social services phoned her that they are with the son and that this and that. They had to come to the house. Her youngest is 13 years. They had to take that youngest one to a different room to interview her, to ask her what kind of mother do you have, or are you happy with whatever. You see what I mean? You see the country we live in, or the world, not even the country, in the world we live in now, things happen that you can't even. I don't believe in hitting your children because that was done to us those years. It helped us. Did it help me? I don't know. But I would say it helped us. We did not die. So we are all still alive and better people. But it's not the same. Things have moved on. You cannot use the same hand or even the way things were done back home to how you are where you're living now. If you don't like the culture or what is being done where you have a choice. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But you have to know what works for you in your family and then be modest. This person into too much trouble. She was even asked to leave her home. This is a mother with 5 children. She was asked to leave her home and she had to go to friend's house to stay. I don't know how many days. Yes, just because of this. So we have to be very careful. And what are we showing our children? What is happening in social media? These children they grow so quick. Before you know it, they'll start. And if they know that you have the same surname as that person, in future they'll start recommending that thing for those children, and they'll see their parents or their mother or their father or whatever. Even the name, even the surname, you may go somewhere and say, oh, is it that man's son? Is that man's daughter? Are we not thinking about these things? Is it just about now? About how we feel? About how we want to give it back to the spouse? It's not just 2 of you. You have children. What legacy, what example are we living for our children? May the Lord give us wisdom. Yeah, brother, you have said it all. Thank you, Anna. Be quiet like a dove and be wise like a serpent. That's what the word of God says, absolutely. But sometimes we don't want to do that. If I'm quiet, if I'm silent, it means that I'm weak. Let me give it to her. Let me give it to him. If I'm quiet, it means that the other person has won. No. Sometimes silence is the best answer. It's the best, so that whatever you say, you're not going to regret the words that you have said out. But what is in your heart, you have not said out. Nobody will use that to judge you. It's what you said out. The accuser of brethren, the enemy, is always in your front door, outside your door, though, if you're a married couple. The accuser of brethren is always there, waiting. When the voices start rising, they'll say, yes, don't let him win. Don't let her win. After all, you are the man of the house. After all, you are the one that earns more. Because sometimes it's all about money. After all, you're the one that provides for this. You are the one that does that. Don't let that happen to you. It's there urging you on. And you're doing this. You think it is you doing it. It's the enemy just at the door waiting. It's always there. Don't let them in. Don't let the enemy in. Be silent. Silence will not buy you. Be silent sometimes. Be the weak one, be the silly one, be the stupid one, be the weak one, whatever you want to call it, for peace to reign. The peace of God that passes all understanding. I don't even know how these people sleep. I don't know how these people have rest of mind. Because if I'm not happy, there's no way I can function. I don't know how to pretend. I don't know how to pretend. I don't know how these people manage. I don't even know. I keep asking this question. Why do we actually think that people want to share so much in social media? Why? Is it for them? Because when these things are shared, you go to the comment section, you see them. In fact, some of them will be attacking the person that says something, and some of them will be attacking the person that is said, they talked about. So you have a divided group. Some people will be, yes, stupid man, this and that. Some people will be, hey, you self, you this and that. So they'll be divided. So why people share this thing? What are they actually aiming for? What are they aiming for? Talk directly to your spouse in the house. If you can't sort it out there must be other ways than coming on social media. Hey, you've been in the background, right? You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Some people are their own. Yes. Some people are their own enemy, honestly, because all these things that was shared and what is going on now, what have you benefited from it? If not, if anything, has caused more damage. Something that may have been able to, rectify behind the scenes is now in the open. And I wonder what kind of these pastors do people speak to? Because this person will say, I speak to my pastor and I spoke to this person. And when you start sharing your family thing with I don't care whether they're your pastor, they are not your God and they are not your husband or your wife. Sort it out. Two of you. If you want people to join you in prayer, you can ask them for prayer requests. But all this happened and I phoned and I spoke to my pastor. Or this happened and I phoned and I spoke to the next person. That's your pastor. How market with even the pastor himself? Do you know how they're living? Do you think they don't have any problem? Would they give you a balanced advice, balanced view of life without being judgmental? You don't even know what they're going through themselves. They will use their own. If it's their own wife that they think is a problem, they will not use that to even give you advice. So what is it even? I'm not saying don't confide in people or find a mentor, but someone that you trust. That person you trust may not be your pastor. Some people have said how their pastor have used their case to preach. After talking to them, they use it to preach on Sunday. So what is it? Ah, thank you, Musisi. Thank you. Short weekend. No, we have a long weekend here in the UK. Tomorrow we are still off tomorrow. I'm going to come out tomorrow on my just with my phone for health. There's a health issue I want to talk about tomorrow. I don't know when, but I'll come out on my phone tomorrow because we are off in the UK tomorrow. There's no work tomorrow. So thank you so much, Musisi. And you have yes, exactly. We have a long weekend here. And Awokacha, no, she's Notting Hill. Oh, is it Notting Hill? I don't even know what happens with those things these days. No, she's actually a bit down for something at the moment, so she's not able to come today. No, Notting Hill tomorrow. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm going all the way from Northampton to Notting Hill. Oh, I've never even gone before. It's never interested me, so I'm not. And some people will say that people share these things. It's not because it's going to heal them. It's because of sympathy. Who is going to sympathize with you? People want to have catch cruise with your information. Sympathize with you for what? Are they in your house? Do they care? So some people will think that, oh yeah, if they come out, people will sympathize. They will see how bad the other person is. Seriously? You can't forget about what you can remember after 40 years. Yeah, as I say, I like to watch the performance and stuff like that in the TV, but I've never really been there physically. No, have you? Have you? Have you been there physically? So the dangers of this is that those outsiders, online people, they don't know the full story, but they still pass judgment. Trust me, even if this lady had come out to do part 1 to 20, you have not heard the full story. But people are making judgments based on what they've heard. It's just like people coming to share with us their family issues, and we just give a balanced advice. Sometimes they'll say, yeah, if it's my fault, just say it. We know, we trust you, and we don't trust me in that way. Me will tell you whether it's your fault. Hey, God forbid. No way. You can give people advice. You don't even use your own. Don't even say, when I was 10 years in marriage, this is what happened. This is what. No, because everybody's marriage is so different. All you have to do is, if you're a child of God, base it with the Bible. This is what the Bible says. If you can just share things with people, give them advice, and leave it there. Don't start using yourself as an example, because you're not perfect. No marriage is perfect. And what works for me may not work for you, because we are all different individuals. Some people like to be talked to harshly. Somebody have told me before, I was shocked. I don't mind. Instead of my husband telling me all these horrible words he normally says to me, I prefer that he just beats me. Hey, somebody, I'm not saying that they say, somebody said this to me. And I'm like, seriously? Yes, because the words that he uses sometimes is so, yeah, because spoken words, if you're using horrible words, that's emotionally, the person is being tortured. But this person is saying that he'd rather that he just beat me than, I'm like, no. Why would he even say, I say, I hope you're not telling him that. That's what you prefer. For what now? Why? Is marriage supposed to be like that? Where you be either physical or use your words to deal with the other person? Why? Will you do the same with yourself? Because the Bible said the two have become one. Will you use horrible words on yourself? Will you talk about your own body or whatever it is that you talk about to your spouse about? Will you do the same to yourself? I say, if you have ever mentioned that to your husband, don't ever say that again. That you rather that he say, yeah, I'm saying that because of just the type of words he says to me. I'm like, hey, there's issues in marriage, oh. Okay, have been not scalable, but young. Okay, with parents. Okay, and went older with friends. But those times were a lot better and safer. I wouldn't. Okay, go there now. Yeah, it has never interested me, so I've never been. That lady that does my hair is on her way to Uganda now. 9 hours flight. So my people, we're just using, what is going on now, and some of the ones I've heard recently to talk. There's no marriage, no relationship that has not got any problem, but the way you handle it, the way you deal with things, very, very important. Because I say, the outsiders don't know the full story at all, but they're very harsh. They make harsh judgments. They just say things like, some of the comments you read, you're like, hey, they'll be like, what? And you'll be like, what? Instead of resolving or helping with what is happening, they will escalate it. It's a drama. They will just, these people are entertaining us. They will just escalate that your drama that you brought on social media. They're not going to do anything to help you resolve any issue. If anything, they're not even happy that you're. I tell you, a lot of people might not even be happy that she's privated all those and that she stopped talking. A lot of people are not happy because they're using that to cure their depression. They'll come out there to use people's problem to cure themselves. We'll catch her. As I saw, she's not disposed that this weekend. She's not very, yeah, so she's not here today. Um, what is the time? Yeah, we'll be here for another 10 minutes and then we'll, yeah, anything that you have brought out there on social media, you don't have any control. You don't have any control. You can tell people, oh, bring this down. Oh, don't do this. Why? Did they ask you to bring it out in the first place? But as I say before, I still have that little thing in me about this person or people, because it's not just about her. We're just using, we're using various scenarios here. People that do some of these things, we should not be too harsh on them because some of them are not stable. At the time they're doing that thing, they're not stable, mentally stable. There may be a lot going on and they think that this is the best way to deal with it. If the weekend is cold, automatically it had to be a short week. It's not that cold, really. This weekend is not that cold. But whether it's cold or hot, we still have to have our cuppa here in the UK. Me, anyway, I have to have my cup of tea. Whether the weather is hot or cold or indifferent, I have to have my cuppa. So as I say, we must not be so quick to judge. Yes, things are brought up on social media. The ones that have spoken to me privately, and I'm so grateful. I say to them, thank you for not being so, bringing this out on social media. Because once you bring it out on social media, people will add salt to the injury and people will escalate it and people will make it even look bigger than it is or it was. Oh, look at me saying that we are about to round up and the Zara family in the building. Thank you for coming. You see that okazi soup that your mother-in-law made for your husband? Zara, you are so funny. You are the one that was saying, Mama will make okazi soup for my husband. And when Mama now said, I'm going to make okazi soup for my son, you say, for your son. For your son. You're a troublemaker, you. I love that okazi soup. It's I'm from Anambra, but Imo State, they do this okazi soup, and I love it. Sometimes I'm wondering what is in this thing. It's too hard, it's too strong the vegetable, but it's their delicacy, and I'm beginning to enjoy it as well. Oh, I came in late today. Yes, gifts, you did. And we are about to round up. We have talked about various things, using what is going on social media to causing fire. The soup is supposed to be for us. You started it by saying you're making it for his son. And then when she now said it becomes a problem for you. But you're so funny. You're so real. I watch all of you give you thumb up, but you don't see my comment does not mean I don't watch you. Oh my God, you're very right. I can't wait for her to come back. I heard me doing, but she couldn't. Okay, you're saying about your hairdresser. So, yeah, before you people came in, what we are just talking is what the thumbnail says about bringing out, things on social media. Everybody has their own. No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I can't believe that Diogo can now talk, really talk. Now you can hear what she's saying and everything. Children grow so quick. So that's part of what we're saying today about the things we do on social media and the way we spread our dirty linen in public, that these children are watching. And sometimes, even if we take down certain things, it's still on the social media and can affect the children in future. So social media is not our friend. It's not our family. If anything, people love to catch clues. When it's bad news, honestly, you have more views. When it's good news, it's not so much views. People just want to cure their either depression or whatever thing that they are suffering from. by the things happening on social media. I saw one comment when the other person said, when that series was coming, I couldn't wait for the next one. I was always the first one to watch the next series because I was literally living in her channel to see the next series. I'm like, you see? So people just want to catch crews. They just want to know what's going on. Maybe what is going on in their own families, in their own private lives, even worse than your own. But they want to use your own because you decided to bring it out there. And they're just catching crews with it. They're not going to help you. It's going to make things worse. It makes things worse. Yeah. So once it's out there, you lose control. Once you bring it out there on social media, you have lost control. It's no longer your stories for you to private. Even if you private it, you're on your own. Because people, even as we speak, there are videos, there are still live streams going on with the person's thumbnail, with the person's name, still going on because it's out there. People don't want to forget so easily. Uh-uh. You don't know. Huh? It's not about any particular person, no. We are using, you must know now, there's one that is trending for the past 1 week on social media. I won't blame you if you don't too, because as I said, I'm not connected to this, I'm not subscribed to this person. Even some of the people I'm subscribed to, I don't even get their notification, but this particular one was not, hey, where am I? This particular one was not notification, it was recommendation. Maybe because my channel is a family channel, the recommendation came 2 or even 3 times. And I'm like, why is YouTube recommending this and recommending it? I have to. Who is this person? I don't know her before. Then I started watching. So as I was watching, more series were coming. I'm like, hey, I can't believe what I'm hearing. So if Zaram family is saying that she doesn't know, maybe it's not in her community or YouTube have not recommended it to her. Because if they did not recommend it to me, I may not even know. So Mina, you're still here. I thought you've gone. If YouTube did not recommend it to me, I may not even know about it because it's not somebody that I watch. You don't know. Mina, did you hear that? Zaram family of all people. Zaram family is, we all know her in this community. She doesn't know what is going on. Zaram family, you know now. If you don't know, I will mention the name here. I'll tell you on what. I'll tell you on WhatsApp. What did Musisi say about me? Hold on. He said, leave me alone. What did she say? Leave this camera, I'll report you to daddy. No, I don't know what happened. I must have pressed something and my camera went. No. Kathy, did you hear Zaram? Eh? Chioma said that she doesn't know what's been going on social media. What has set social media on fire? Well, social media as in some community. If that recommendation was not made, I may not even know about this person because I don't know about her before. What's the I'm seeing everywhere, but not on mine. Some even have. Sometimes I see that as well. Hey, Musisi, because they know these things. Thank you for bringing that up, Zaram family. Sometimes I go on people's this I'll be seeing something like a half number 2. Musisi have got number 1. Musisi, what does that mean? Because some people will have it and some people don't. Kathy has it as number 2. Mina has it as number 3. Musisi, you are number 1. Thank you, Zaram family, for asking. What is it? It's for live stream, I think. You won't. I don't know. You won't understand, Sha. What won't I understand? Don't worry. I'll chat you up later. What won't I understand now? I want to understand things. So I'll chat you up. Moses, explain. You want to come up and explain? It's true. Do you know what I've done? I've not done today. I've not because this topic is supposed to be discussed, not just me talking, but I don't want us to mention the person's name because it's not about that person. As I said to you, I have other people that have shared something with me along that line. So I thought, this is a big problem. Obviously, the one that was on social media was there because the person chose to spread their dirty linen in public. There are ones happening behind the scenes, and even some of them are worse. Those are Mrs. is coming to explain to us. I don't understand, Mrs. What is it? I'm bringing Mrs. up to come and explain, Zaram. The Zaram family, let's understand this because I see it as well. And I don't understand what it means.
My Fichi, how are you?
Hey, hold on. Nothing is happening again. I can't hear him. Oh. Hey,
good enough. Good enough. I can hear her. Let her keep on fixing her mouth, her issue. Now,
where is my oh God?
Now, people, I'll mute the host. She's keeping
and then
on.
He's not here just now. He just stepped out.
Host, you keep quiet.
I can't hear Musisi.
It's okay.
My people,
keep quiet.
Daddy is not here. Oh, he just stepped out. Oh, and that volume thing has happened again. Oh,
Host is talking,
why
but
does this
then
keep
I
happening? Why
want
won't I even learn? Oh,
okay.
I talk to people. What it means. Talk to Zaran family what it means because they will hear you, but I can't hear you. And I'm trying to figure out what that it normally does. But why would it even be happening? Why would the volume go when somebody come up to talk and I will hear the person? Why would that even happen? And that is not here now. Just
use your phone. I don't know how I can chat her, but let me tell her.
Musisi be talking because they can hear you.
Me
talk to them.
Your
phone. Calm down.
Chat. Eh? Now I'm telling her.
Calm down. When this happen all the time.
No, you can listen to
me. Yeah, listen to me through your phone chat. Okay.
All
okay.
Right.
Through my phone chat? How? You know, I'm not very good at these technical things.
No, use your phone. Use your phone.
Just be talking later on. Hey. Just be talking.
Use this.
Explain it to.
Use this. Use this.
My phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, now she understands. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, people, when YouTube give us but mute. Okay, mute the one up here. Use the phone, but mute this. Mute, but mute the one of the computer.
Okay.
All right. Now you're doing good. Yes. All right. Then later, when I'm done with the talking, maybe if you want to say anything, you'll unmute the computer, then you say something. Now I'm taking her. Badly. Okay, friends, when you see the hashes, #1, #2, #3, YouTube is rating the people in your chat who are active, okay? Who have been there actively. Yes. If someone comes in, maybe let me say 10 minutes, this person is chatting, then after maybe this person disappears, but when this person has disappeared, he or she has been chatting frequently. This person may stay maybe in #2 or #1. Then if you come in as a new person, then you chat more than the way the other person who previously was in the chat, then you will be ranked 1, okay? Or you will be ranked 2. Like that. Those are the hashes that being given out accordingly to the current live stream. By the way, even yesterday, I observed a new feature. YouTube now, if you have very many people watching you, now it pushes your chat like the way you see us here. One window, you continue talking, then the other window, like the way I am here, it is an advert or it's an ad, which is really great. Fantabulous. Do not use those English terms. They will kill me. Mama, if we can't hear you, if you want us to hear you, you have to unmute your microphone. You talk, you unmute again. I'm the only privileged now because I can talk and people can listen.
Okay, sorry, I was saying, Zara, have you heard this now? We are learning. Okay, let me mute myself. Let me mute myself again.
Okay. Musisi has been Annie Parame again. Of what? Kai Musisi is in control. Yes, I'm in control. I'm taking her. I'm driving her, but she's trying to understand, okay? Because always challenges her when she goes up or when she's trying to invite someone on her channel. Then about the issue of the lady, my pitch, sorry, let us first bring about that Lumama Monga aside, apart from your topic, usual topic, about the Ugandan lady who was maybe delayed for 2 weeks. Some Ugandan officials, I'll say it blankly here. Okay, not even Ugandan officials, African officials, they are corrupt, okay? They can make you delay when you want to book a flight to go. However much I've never booked a flight, but friends of mine, they always raise such concerns, okay? Someone can make you fail to go somewhere because they need some money from you. They need to bribe from you, okay? Now, that lady being late for almost 2 weeks, her, she was doing the UK style, but African style, they wanted the money from her. That's why because nothing could stop her from going back to work. Okay, if at all someone has been somewhere for some good years, you don't have any way of making her, if at all she's not carrying out drugs or she's and I don't think even she has any criminal record. Uh, Now they just wanted money from her. That's why she was delayed, and that's how we are in Africa. Apart from me, okay. Sisi, Man United. No, this is our Ugandan T-shirt. Come on, this is our Ugandan T-shirt. However much yesterday we lost. Yesterday we lost Kesekafa. This is our jersey, not Man U. I'm not even a supporter of Man U. That is Daddy from Mama Ifichi who supports Man U. Maybe he is not a Man U. I'm not. I'm not a Man U fan. This is a Ugandan jersey, and it's called Scafa. Huh? These are Ugandan colors: yellow, black, red. These ones. Just say I am smart. Okay. Maybe he's not a Ugandan Manu fan. Musikaya is in control. That's true. Fantabulous. Oh, fantabulous. Those are English words I don't want to pass through my mouth. Listen to, okay. I am all your ears. The Zam we will learn. I don't know how to maintain CTZ on it's according to when people started commenting on live chat. Yes. Okay, YouTube is trying just to make its application lively and being loved by people. I think it's for the top supporters. That is true. Because being top supporter, that involves chatting, being someone's live stream while making chats, also being also trying to give super chats. Yes, because that's also makes it. Also, that makes you now in the corner there in the chat. When you make super chats, they will try to show you the number of times you have been giving out super chat in that angle. Let me try to check even if it's here. Because now here we have timers and #1. #1 according to the super chats I'm giving out. Okay. To Mama Ifichi, it is 250 XP. Then Cats Chunks 150. Then Mrs. Woody 150. Abe Ninja Mama 75. Then Anna Site 75. AAA, that is triple BA. Then 75. You can't say anything because I'm the one who is talking. You can't really be faster than my mouth. Okay, Musisi, she was not delayed. It's all happened here in UK. Your embassy messed up her. Those people, let me tell you, those people. Okay, these are the following things. Some of the things that can really make you to be delayed in those embassies, especially Ugandan or African embassies. Political, okay? Maybe you're supporting a political wing that they're not interested in. There they would lay for your issues. Maybe if they want money, there they would lay your issues. All those are the things that could really pull you up to that extent, okay? Uh-huh. And even someone, when even you just look ugly for her or him, I think you have ever seen some of the training Nigerian videos where the lady at the airport, she was mistreating a client who was boarding because maybe the client was not really handsome before this lady. And then the lady tried to act. Yes, even your look maybe makes the person on the counter or whatever he or she is to deny you a service. Okay, I think I've tried to answer what made me to come here on the panel. But Mama, and we Nigerian YouTubers, personally, the woman are not helping matters. Musisi, the woman is strong and healthy. Yeah, about being strong, but you should train someone, okay? You don't know how God makes his things. You train someone who can really be able to be there for your absence just once in a while. Yes, I might sometimes you might give all this person all the skills you have, train this person for some good years, and this person after tries to what to let you down by maybe making a business close to your business, having a competitor whom you really try to groom up, or someone who okay, maybe even taking away all your clients, trying to blackmail you before your clients. I think that's what it's in her head. That's why she's not really feeling like training someone to work alongside. But now I'm looking at those moments when she's down, okay? My if you can, I'm mute in case you want to say something. I don't have any problem. I'll mute myself. Uh-huh. Let me try to go through. Sorry, my if to talk about the lady, the Ugandan lady. Because AA loves the lady. Whenever the lady does something, she always reports to me as if I'm the uncle. Ah, okay, but I'm really very happy to see that lady trying to really be given papers. I was trying to tell you that you never know, you may also process the same thing and I get papers as early as possible for UK on one condition that I'm supposed to do the best out of it. Musi Oga Baba Oligembe. Now you started speaking language I do not understand. Mama, if it's someone she's speaking language I don't really pick in. Musisi Oga Baba Unilegebe. Okay, thanks about the end live. Thank you, Mama Ifichi, for the live stream. Today I was like, let me move with my laptop where I am so I can be able to say it all. Her, I love her. No one else will paint. No, when I come, I will help her out. When I show up there, I'll help her out with your hair. And the first haircut we should try out is this.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Musisi, at least for that explanation. And yeah, we are going to be ending the live stream. We have Annie, you're back. I love her. Okay. Funke will interpret for you.
Mama Fish, can you hear
I
me?
can't hear Musisi anymore if he's talking. But yeah, okay. So we have dealt with this topic. I think we have shared a few things over the last 2 hours and 15 minutes. We have talked about what is going on social media and also outside social media. That's why I didn't name the person, but I'm surprised that the Zaram family don't know about the person we're talking about. But as you will soon know, I came to peep if you're still here, mommy. Okay, yes, we are still here. We went into something else, and this have to come up and tell us about this Ugandan woman that but just he and AA knows about. I don't. Annie, did you see Zara's family? She said that she doesn't know about what has been trending on social media this last week, about what triggered this topic about social media sharing delicate issues. And I use that, and then I'm using other things that have been shared with me to talk about. She said that she does not know. I can't believe this, but yes, as I say before, If I was not recommended to me, I may not even know as well, because I'm not connected with her at all. I don't know about her before now. So, I don't know too. Annie, Annie, don't start. You don't know about what? You don't know about the person that did videos about what's happening in her marriage, and she did parts 1 to 9, and she was about to do part 10 before she now deleted everything. Annie, you don't know? I don't know the woman. Yeah, you won't know now because it's all Nigerian community. I don't even know her either until it was recommended to me twice or 3 times before I now started watching to know what's going on, simply for it to help me with my future talks and whatever. I'm not a person of conflicts. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that I know. That's the one. That's the one. But I don't want to really use her name because this my thumbnail topic is not about her only, but I'm just using her as a to talk about other things happening. We talked about her last week. The name was mentioned last Sunday, but today it's not about that person. It's just about what we've learned from that, and for us to know that social media don't care. They're not our friends. They're not our family. All they want to just be catch cruise. Just love what is going on. If you come and say things, they will even twist it. They will add salt and pepper to it and carry it on, and people will be commenting negatively. Some people will be supporting you. Some people will be supporting the other person you're talking about, and that is what happens in social media. So to guide ourselves and to preserve our sanity, we have to decide and know the things that we bring out things that that is just neutral things that make people happy, whether they want to watch or not, but don't bring out those negative things, hoping that will give you views, because trust me, it does give views. This person got very high within a day, or in fact within hours of uploading all those bits. The views were just like, oh my goodness, just too much, because that's what people want to hear. People want to thrive in negativity, which is not good for our mental health. So today I just say to people to to stop judging her as such, because she may not be mentally stable at the time she put out those videos. But then I've heard other people saying that she wrote a book, and that the book she wrote, some of them have read it, and that when you look at that book, you know that it's not something that she decided to do today, that the book contained a lot more than what she said here. I don't know about the book. I've not read it. I'm not prepared to read it either, because I don't want things that will, because I get too upset about things like that. It really pains me, breaks my heart when things like that come out, on social media, and then especially when one spouse is being trashed by a lot of people because of what the other spouse said about the person. It breaks my heart, because at the end of the day, you have to remember what brought you together in the first place as husband and wife. Always remember that. No matter what you are going through in your marriage, always remember what brought you together, and always remember that bringing it up on social media will not make it better. It's going to make it worse. And remember that when you have children, children will be affected by these things. Maybe not now as they grow up, because the surname remains. They will remember, oh, this surname. Oh, yeah, I saw something on social media years ago about your parents. Oh, wow, your dad was so and so, your dad, and things like that. So sometimes we don't think about these things before we start sharing them. We don't think of the implications. We think that we just want to get on the other person and just bring it all out there for that person to feel bad. But we forget that it passes that person. There are other people involved, which are your children, your offspring, who are answering the same surname, and is going to affect them in future. So let us think before we act. And I also brought out the fact that when you have issues with your spouse or with anybody, as a matter of fact, let us avoid the word you. Let us use a different phrase. Don't say you are always doing this, you are this. You can just say, I really don't appreciate you doing this, or I don't appreciate this happening, or whatever, than say you are always doing this, you are always putting that there. you are always rude to me and stuff like that. Let's avoid the word use. You in our relationships or in our dealings with people. It goes a long way. Okay. On that note, we're going to end the live stream. But please, if you don't take anything away from today, let us take up the way the Father online internet is not our friend. Social media people are not our friend. They're not our family members. They don't care. To be quite honest, all they do is catch cruise. They don't care. And they love it when you bring out things like that to, for them to just catch the cruise, because that's what they think it's all about. But in the process, you're damaging yourself, you're damaging your family, because you can't tell me that this person is happy where they are now. She's not happy, but she cannot bring those things. This we're talking about, don't say you. And she used capital to say to Musisi, you. So that you thing causes a lot of problem in marriages. When a husband or a wife will say, you keep doing this, you are this, you do doing that. Once you say you, the other person will become defensive immediately. And they're not going to respond, they're going to react. And then that's start of the problem. But if you use it the other way around, before the person even finish understanding what you're saying, the problem may have been solved, because you just said, it started with I and not you. And here is AA telling Musisi, you. So let us think about that. Stop telling your spouse or your people or anybody around you, you are always doing this, you this. And the person might tell you, how about you? You are doing this. There's confrontation, there's problem, there's reaction, and not, you don't want to react, you want to respond. And when somebody says, I don't appreciate this and I don't appreciate this, that means you can now respond to the person and say, oh, what is that you don't appreciate? And then there'll be discussion. But once you start with you, then Musisi likes conflicts. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So let us enjoy. This life is too short. This life is too short. Let us just be like fantabulous, the Zaram family, who is always. I just love, I love simplicity. I love simplicity. And she will be cooking, and the children will come and say to her, oh, this person does that one. Say, really? Okay. And then she'll continue doing what she's doing. No stress. So I just love it. All of you, I watch all of you. And I really and Kathy will say that Luna, if it's me, I'll be talking, Luna will not listen. If it's the dad now, she will do immediately what she says. You see? Yeah, fantabulous people. We have to finish today. And that's Zaram's family's what you don't have when this YouTube. Once you say fantabulous, you know that it's Zaram family. But I'm surprised that the fantabulous do not know what has been trending on social media this period. And that is because she's carrying on with her thing, doing her own thing and going. They work out, they go. That's the best way, to be quite honest. So on that note, we are going to end the live stream. Okay? Be good to yourself. Be good to people. Have peace. Peace of mind is very important. Watch out for my video that will talk about peace of mind. It's coming up shortly, where I talked about the benefit, and I use the Bible to tell us where we should have peace. And peace starts from home. If you don't have peace at home, don't even bother out there. You have to have peace in your home. And having peace does not mean that you won't have any issues. Issues will be there. But please, try as much as possible to have peace. Don't run to social media with your issues, because those issues will steal your peace. Yes. Once you run out to social media with your issues, it will steal your peace, and you don't want that. Yeah? Yeah, Chomada don't like stress. Yeah, so she doesn't. Musisi is still blessing me these days. She's practicing complete lectures. So are you chatting me because of what AA said? Child, this Musisi self. Anyway, thank you for clarifying that. And Usisi is a joker. Each time I say Daddy will soon come back, or he just stepped out, I said to him, it's going to be 2 hours live stream. Now it's 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. He always said that to me. He said, you said 2 hours, but you still be there laughing and chatting with your people. The best thing for social media is post your content and waka comot. Exactly, Annie. Honestly, because no matter what you do, even if you think you'll be in one this and this, they'll say, look at that one. Is it? Even if you start, so just do your thing and go, and don't get involved in any of this nonsense, any of this saga, this and that. Don't get involved. Oh my goodness, we are peaceful and happy people. No time for no time for negativity, because people will always find something. So don't give them chance. Don't give them even chance to start that nonsense with you. I wait your arrival here. Back then didn't work. Okay, thank you, my lovely people. It just when it's like this, you just want to keep going and keep smiling. But we have to end it. But please continue your life. Don't be the one that will entertain people on online, because that's what people want to know, but they don't care about you. They just want to be entertained, and they want to carry your story. They work out, they go. Their own is even worse than your own, but they want to listen to your own and run with it. So let us be mindful of that, and let us stop the entertainment, because people do not care. Honestly, people don't care. I've seen things in this life to know that some of the people laughing and joking with you don't care. Honestly, they don't. And some of the people who want to mingle with you are just because of maybe what they'll get from you, not that they are really interested in you. So that's why you have to, if you're married, make sure that your husband or your wife is your best friend, and your children, that you are all together. Because when push comes to shove, as they say it here in the UK, it's your family, it's your husband or your wife. But when you now bring them out like that on social media, where will you run to? Those people, they're not your friends. They don't care. So that's why you must not do that, because you'll be on your own. Honestly, you'll be on your own. For example, the example I use for the YouTuber that lives in Scotland, here in the UK, that the social worker came to her house and asked her to leave the house because the son complained of something. It's on her video. She uploaded it 2 years today or 2 days ago. She said that when they asked her to leave her home, a mother of 5 in the UK asked to leave because the son went and said that, you see what I mean? She now said that that was when she knew that she does not have any friend. I want to use that to finish. When I listened to her video, she said when she was asked to leave her house, it's so painful, but that is what happens here in the diaspora. When she was asked to leave her place, she said in her video, you can go and watch it. She said that was when she knew that she does not have any friend, because she will call this one, they'll give one excuse or the other, but eventually I think one of them allowed her to come, I don't know for how many days, before she went back to her home. That is what is happening. That is the family we are raising now. So we have to be very careful and work together as husband and wife. Yeah. Not because they genuinely love you. Yeah. Make everybody take care. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed tomorrow. I'll be out on my on my health channel, but just using my phone. I don't know the time, but I'll just come out because tomorrow is bank holiday here in the UK. We're not working tomorrow, so I'll just come out tomorrow for an hour with my phone on my health channel just to chat to us. If you find me, you are welcome. If you don't find me, that's okay. I don't know the time. It depends on when I can be bothered tomorrow to do it. I'll come out and then just chit chat. And then, that's that. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Kathy. You're one of the first ones today, and you stayed till the end. I do not take it for granted. To spend 2.5 hours with me, with your data from Nigeria, is not something I take for granted. and all of you for dialing in or for coming, passing by and coming in and chatting. And at least Zaram family has made us to understand what this #1, number 1, number 2, and 3. I used to see it. I don't know what it means. What is the Scotland woman's YouTube? It's because she has 5 children, so her name is That Mom of 5. I would love you people to go and watch that video to understand what we are up against. That Mom of 5. That's what the channel is, because she just did the video. And I think there's a lot to learn there. Yeah, there's a lot to learn there to understand where we are in the UK raising up children. And as I say, when I raised mine some years ago, it's not the same now. Yeah, things have changed, so we have to be very careful. Yeah, it even affected her work. She has to report to NMC because she's a nurse. It was a big deal. Okay, you know her. Yeah, it's her. She was very transparent, and I love that video. It's a lot of things to learn from there for mothers, especially here in the diaspora, to learn. Even mothers or elsewhere, listen to that video and see what she's got to say and what actually happened. At the end, how everything, I think she was even cautioned or something like that. And the caution will be, oh, honestly, for what? For what? But that's where we are. That's where we find ourselves. So, on that note, have a blessed week, everyone. Catch up again with you next Sunday. But if you are around tomorrow and see me on live, you can come in, let's have a chat. Otherwise, we'll meet next Sunday, same time, same place. And I'll make sure that is here to work on this sound. I'll tell him to look at this sound before I even come on live. I don't know why that should be happening all the time. It's really annoying. That's the rule here in the UK. No smacking. Yeah. Snacking. Okay, you mean smacking. Yeah, no smacking of children. Yeah. That's the thing. But yeah, but some of them will just you, Sissy, you keep doing this. AA is just pulling your leg. AA is finding your trouble. But never mind. Let's call it a day. Have a blessed week, everyone. And I'll catch up with you either tomorrow or next Sunday. Goodbye and God bless. Look after yourself. Have peace of mind. It passes all understanding. Honestly, whether you have enough or you don't have enough, just be peaceful. No, avoid conflicts. Avoid it. Bye, everyone. God bless you. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you, AA. Thank you, Musisi. Thank you, Lam family. Thank you, Kathy Choose. Thank you, everyone that has been here today. I can't even start naming me. I was here. Annie Austin was here. Yes, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you. Lovely live stream as usual. And see you again soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.